Hi. In school, we are often asked to analyze and compare texts. Analyzing and comparing texts requires that we understand texts fully. This means that we must find out and convey to others what message the author of the text is trying to send to the reader. But how can we do that, and then go on to compare two different texts? Let's find out together. When we are reading a text, there are some things that we have to do in order to understand it. First of all, we need to read it very carefully. While we are reading, we must try to figure out what kind of text it is. For example, is it fiction or non-fiction? If it is fiction, what genre is it? Is it poetry or prose? Etc. Once we have identified what kind of text it is we are reading, we have to locate the author's message. What is the author trying to say? Which ideas is he or she trying to convey to the reader? What is their point of view, or opinion? And how do they support that opinion? What kind of style does the author use? What mood or tone do they convey? How does the author draw on myths, history, or legends, to describe their characters and plots? When you have analyzed a text in this way, do the same for the second text. Find and list the similarities and differences between the two texts. Let's look at an example. I will compare the poem, The Road Not Taken, by Robert Frost, and the short story, The Lady, or the Tiger, by Frank Richard Stockton. You can pause the video and read the two works before continuing. Links are provided in the description. The two pieces share a common theme: decision-making. In the poem, there is a traveler who comes across a fork in the road, and he has to decide which road to take. In the short story, the princess has to decide whether to save the man she loves by letting him go through one door to marry another woman, or send him through the other door to be devoured by a tiger. So one theme in both works is decision-making. In both works, the decision is final, and there is no going back. This is another similarity they share. However, the consequences of this decision are different in each work. In the case of The Road Not Taken, we don't know what would have happened if the traveler had followed the other road, while in The Lady or the Tiger, we do know. Some other differences are: the genre of The Road Not Taken is poetry, while The Lady or the Tiger is a short fictional story. The main character in the poem is a modern-day traveler, while the story contains kings and princesses from the days of old. Robert Frost also explores themes of individuality, whereas Stockton explores themes of jealousy and justice. These are just some basic similarities and differences between the two texts. When you write an analysis of two texts for school, you will develop these ideas further, and explore other themes and how the authors present them, for example how the texts are structured. But remember, you need to read both texts carefully, identifying the main idea, the mood, the genre, and influences it draws from. If you do those things, you will have a great ground on which to expand in your analysis. Have fun!